Hi! So, I'm back on here with another tutorial. This is under eye corrector, especially pigmented to counteract the dark circles under your eyes. Differently than a concealer does. So, if you struggle with dark circles, then this is your new best friend. You've got to have this. And you can apply, if you have really dark circles, like darker than mine, I suggest applying it under your foundation and over your foundation to give it that extra boost of coverage on there. Next, I have on the CC cream. I am using it as a concealer right now. It can be used as a concealer, spotted, or it can be used as a all-over foundation. It is a light coverage foundation, though. It doesn't do heavy coverage. It can also be used in different shades. It can be used for contouring and highlighting. So it is definitely one of my favorites. So we just blend that in. I put it here on my cheeks because I have redness there and I want to get some extra coverage on that redness so it doesn't shine through. And on my nose, I've got a little blemish there, so I'm covering that blemish with it. Next is a TimeWise 3D Matte Wear foundation. This is a full coverage foundation. And I use the foundation brush to apply it. And this foundation has a true match technology in it so that it, if it sits on your skin for a few minutes, then it matches your complexion completely. It's a full coverage, but it doesn't make you look fake, if that makes any sense at all, which is why it's one of my favorites. It's full coverage, so it coverages my blemishes and imperfections, but also leaves me looking natural and not unnatural. So just get that all blended in. And I do have foundation primer on. Always wear my foundation primer. Make sure we don't have a line there. And next I'm going to use this palette. As you can tell, this is one of my favorites with my favorite colors, as I am running low on that. Well, not running low. There's still plenty of product there, but I have definitely run it down because it is my favorite. So I'm going to start with Blossom. That's the light pink color there. Just give me a nice base. And I'm using a fluffy brush. See that? Fluffy brush. That allows it to, that's good for blending and for just giving it a light brushing there when you don't need that heavy pigmentation. Because I don't. I'm just putting a powder base on there is all. Next, I'm using, this is kind of a fluffy, it's like a medium. It's not as fluffy, but it's not as stiff either. So it's like a normal eyeshadow brush. I'm using this color right here, and I believe it is, I don't know, it just left my mind. I want to say rose gold, but that's definitely not it. It'll be in the description for sure, but at the moment I cannot recall the name of it. So I am putting that lash to brow bone. this is one of the easiest applications to do. Lash to brow bone. And I'm going about 2/3 of the way in there, 2/3 of the way. Then I use, this is a more dense brush, not as fluffy. I use the light color again, Blossom. Go in here. Now the reason we do the lighter shade on the inside corners because it opens the eye up. And we want the eyes opened. Next I'm using the Chrystaline. It is a sparkly white color. And so that just adds a little bit of sparkle there and highlight there. And so now I'm doing the Merlot color here, the darkest color. And I just put a line here and then blend it in. Like so. And yes, I already did it, but my camera was having issues, so you kind of missed that. But this side I'm still working on. So, and this might be a little scary at first, like you're not used to a dark shade like that. No worries. Like you'll, first off, when I'm done with it, it'll be a little less than this, unless of course I want it to be. You can make it as much as you want it to be, as much or as little as you want it to be. Right now I'm using this color here, back to that color, and I am putting it back where it was and just kind of blending that in again, like so. And now I'm going to use a Chrystaline color with my fluffy brush and blend that through. It's going to soften those lines right up, okay? So we don't need to worry about how scary that might look. You know, if it's a little too much color for you, too bold. So we lighten it up. See how much softer that is? It is so much softer. Next, I'm going to use the Blossom color here. It's a pale pink color, and it is cute by itself. Still using my fluffy brush. Not on your brow, but on your brow bone. So soften that up. There we go. I put it up there under the brow, on top of that bone right there, and I just blend, blend, blend. Soften that line. If you have a hooded eye, you don't want to go down too low because you need that dark shade on your brow bone. Next, I do the cheek color. I use Shy Blush. It's this pink color here. And I like to pat it on first. That keeps it from like falling out. Like I don't want blush everywhere, right? So I want it to just be. So these eyeshadows and cheek colors, blush, is Chromafusion technology, and so they last up to 12 hours. They are easy to blend, easy to work with, and they're pigmented. The more you like, they're buildable. You want it to be pigmented, you can make it like vibrant and brilliant colors. If you don't, you want it more subtle, then you can work with it and have it more subtle. It's versatile that way. Next, I'm using the translucent loose powder. and you dip it into the lid. So this has oil absorbing properties in it. It's a setting powder. And to me, it just helps make everything look just put together the way it should be. Because for the longest time, I had a fear of blush, and I did not like blush at all. But once I discovered this stuff and how well it just helped it to blend and look natural, then I fell in love with blush. I'm okay with blush now. Can't have my makeup without it. Next is eyeliner. Go a little higher, like that. Like not directly on your line. And then come down to your line there. Then fill it in. And you can lift that. Like I need to lift mine. They're a little saggy there, droopy. Blend it in like so. See? We're not so much creating a wing as we are just creating a lifted effect. We just want our eyes to look lifted because it makes the whole face look lifted. Which is why I also bring my blush up to here for the same reason, to make it lifted. So that we're not just going straight across or wherever else it might go. Just a dot on there, I guess. And as always, I use a smudger brush to smooth and blur that line. I like to do 2 layers of mascara, 2 coats, but I know some people do more than 2, like 3 or 4. That's okay too. I used to only do 1 until I discovered how much better 2 was. So the first one, the reason that I shake it is to give the root of my lashes some volume. And then the second coat, I pull it out, and that is to give the lashes length. Like so. And now for my #1 seller. I cannot keep this stuff on my shelf. Like, so many people absolutely love how easy this is to apply, how good it stays on and lasts throughout the day, and just the colors that we have match so well to natural eyebrow colors or hair colors, so that's so easy to apply, just like that. I spared you the gory details of my lip liner. I'm using the Barely Nude? No. Subdued Nude. Semi-matte. Gel semi-matte lip color. Subdued Nude. So it's a nude with my still Auburn lip liner. Watch how that blends. That's a beautiful color, y'all. Sure is. And then I'm just using the Ballerina Pink lip gloss on top to get some shine, because I can't stand my lips to be matte. Alright, and that is my look for today. Oh, what did I do with my compact? This one, I will have the colors in the, in the description. All right. Have an awesome and blessed day.